What is the lowest possible score you can achieve in Angry Birds? You get points for hitting a wooden plank, pig, stone, or seemingly nothing. At the end of each level, you get a certain amount of stars for how many points you receive. Instead of playing the game normally, I'm attempting to get the lowest score I can on every level. To beat each level, you need to kill all of the pigs. And since each pig gives 5,000 points for death, the theoretically lowest possible score will be the number of pigs times 5,000, and will give us the absolute lowest score of 330,000 points. But since they're behind buildings and everything in this game is determined to throw points at you, I never achieved a perfect score. Lastly, since each level takes so long to complete, I decided to focus my efforts on the first 21 levels. And let's dive into the first one. It's very small and relatively easy, but it teaches us some valuable lessons on how we have to play. First, any leftover bird gives 10,000 points. So if you don't use them all, you have to get rid of the extras at some point. On some levels, I would randomly finish and have to quickly shoot birds into oblivion before it counted all the points. Second, as soon as the pigs are dead, a skip button appears which allows you to stop right there and total all the points. Even if you're about to gain 10,000 more points, as long as you press the button, then you just saved all of them. For this level, I shot 2 birds behind me and then used the last bird to kill the pig and skip to the end, earning 6,470 points. The next level was pretty straightforward in what I had to do, but still hard to accomplish. For the lowest score, I figured that I could just knock all of them off their pedestal without destroying either the wood platform or the stone. So you'd think that after doing this, I would achieve a perfect score, right? Well, the game devs thought we might have an ounce of fun in this game and had the foresight to squash it. When you make contact with something, even if you don't destroy it, you still get points. So just touching the stone gives me points. And after knocking over the last pig, I finished the level with 2,220 extra points. Level 3 features a very happy man who is about to witness me fail a murder for 10 minutes straight. You're intended to knock over this boulder and flatten the 2 pigs, but obviously we're given too many points doing that. So instead we have to launch straight into the sky and kamikaze our way onto these pigs. It is so hard to line up, and even when you do, there's still a very high chance that you'll hit this nice man's knees and he'll give you points. Eventually, I started going insane and fired at this hill, and this happened. For the life of me, I cannot tell you where those 80 points came from. I watched it back, and no little numbers on screen showed me what happened. If you stare at the points, it seems to say that the pigs are not in fact worth 5,000 points, and instead worth 5,040 points. Why? I investigated other clips to see if this was consistent, and it led me to an interesting revelation. The smallest pigs are worth 5,040 points on death. The medium pigs are worth 5,100 points, the helmet pigs are worth 5,150 points, and large pigs are worth a whopping 5,200 points. No wonder I wasn't achieving the perfect score on any level. It's because this entire game is one big scam. Anyway, with the knowledge of how real scores look, we can update our page with the real absolute minimum for each stage and a total goal of 334,650 points. That means we achieved our first perfect level of the entire challenge and can move on to level 4. Level 4 features this Superman in his Fortress of Solitude wannabe. To take him out, I first broke one piece of glass, and then a second, which tipped over the stone cage inside and killed the pig, giving us 8,010 points for 1-4. In 1-5, the pigs decided it would be an amazing idea to climb into a guillotine to hide from the pigs. Since the pigs are so dumb, I only need one bird to take them all out, so I had to start each attempt by getting rid of the other ones. This is very time consuming and made the grind a lot more annoying. But I managed to land the perfect shot to drop the boulder to kill all 5 pigs. This earned us 30,820 points for the level, and now we can move on to level 6. This level confused me for a long time. There's a very minimal amount of glass, but it's still really hard to kill the pigs without breaking it all. To consider some of the glass, I used my first shot to bring some of it down here. I then kinda did the same thing to the upper pig, which caused some of the wooden blocks to come down and kill this pig, and the other pig randomly decided that he was gonna roll off the edge for a win, which gave me 13,690 points on the scoreboard. There's an absolute mountain of glass in this next one, and I was having a real rough time not destroying it all to kill this bird in the middle. Instead, I broke the laws of physics and broke this wooden plank, which somehow murdered the inside pig and caused the other two to roll off the edge to their death. I shot away the other useless birds as this happened for a 16,950 point finish. The next level is pretty much the absolute opposite, as everyone is out in the open. Even so, this still made the level difficult as I had to line up every shot to be much more exact. For my first shot, I activated a 2-for-1 coupon and smushed the first guy before dropping onto the second one. I then launched into this boulder, causing it to roll down the mountain and take out the other two guys, giving me 24,720 points for 1-8. Level 9 was a rough reminder of that fateful day, and just like the original, I only needed 2 birds for the job. One for the first tower, and another for the second. It was a sad day, but only earned 21,680 points. The 10th level is tricky because the pigs have a decent setup. The bluebirds we have are too weak to break the stone and kill the pigs themselves, so we have to knock over the towers and have the stone take out the pigs. But the massive amounts of never-melting ice above them are so astronomically heavy that we need to break it all before we can knock over the towers because, as I mentioned before, these guys are weak. But we want to break as little ice as possible because ice gives a ton of points. To kill the first pig, I basically had to bite the bullet and break all the glass to kill this pig. Even if I managed to kill him without breaking all of it, when I attempt to kill the higher pig, the bluebirds will roll back and break it anyway. I then took out about a third of the ice and tipped over the second tower. This dude loves to live on 1 HP, but thankfully this time he allowed me to beat the level with 32,310 points. In level 1-11, I first tried to knock over this tower to kill all of the pigs, but I quickly realized that this gives way too many points, and I'm going to have to change up my strategy. I brought back my idea from level 3 and decided to launch birds to the stratosphere and pray they land on a pig. I first aimed for the one in the back and the one on the tower as they're the easiest to hit. These middle two are more of a problem as they're hiding behind this tower and that makes it very hard to hit them. I do have the blue guys which split into 3 and make this challenge a lot more forgiving. But I eventually just knocked a stone off this tower by accident and ended up killing them both, finishing out the level with 24,900 points. If you're enjoying, then make sure to subscribe. I post videos like this every Monday. Thank you. Level 12 features a defense made completely out of glass, and the devs thought that for some reason we would need 4 birds to take this out. Blue is incredible at destroying glass, so I got rid of the first 2. I wish I could have gotten rid of red as he's absolutely useless, but I'll have to wait. I then fired blue into the pigs, and as soon as I could shoot red into the distance, I skipped to the end to get a clean 25,000 points. Albert Einstein once said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." But I just debunked him in level 13. I genuinely had no strategy except to just throw myself at it randomly until it worked. I threw all 4 birds and then randomly on the last bird I managed to kill all of the pigs and move on with my day. Level 14 was a seemingly very easy level. You do have these stones that you can drop on the pigs, but you're not forced to in any way, so it doesn't matter. For strategy, I first aimed at the back hill to get a bird to bounce backward and hit the first 2 pigs. These pigs are the hardest to hit, so it's important to take them out first. I then used another bird to finish them off and get a perfect score of 45,640 points. I used 1 bird in level 15 to take care of the 2 outer pigs, and then launched a bird to space to land perfectly on the big guy to finish out the level with 26,880 points. Level 16 is a little more interesting though, as it introduces Chuck. Since Chuck tears through wood so well, I first threw 2 of the 5 we're given in the trash. I then aimed the 3rd to go right in the trash as well where he belongs. And then with the 4th guy, I can actually start to do things. I aimed for the bottom so I could kill the bottom pig and cause the top 4 to collapse and kill the top pig as well. I then repeated with my final bird to take out the other 2 pigs and spam the skip button to get a final score of 31,390 points. This is a sad but significant milestone because although we've only cleared the 16th level, we just passed the minimum points we could get. And we still have 5 more levels to go. I didn't expect to get anywhere close to this amount of points, but it's still sad to see it go. In 1-17, I immediately got rid of a bird and then destroyed 1 log with my next bird, giving me 2,000 points. Rovio, fix your game. There's way too much inflation going on. With my third bird, I tore through the building and finished out with 27,340 points. Out of the 21 levels, I hate level 18 the most. Even on a casual playthrough, it's so lame and bad. All you do is make 4 precise shots at 4 pigs burrowed into a hill. And in this challenge, it's really hard to shave points off. You need to destroy almost all the wood to kill all of the pigs. My only strategy for this was to start from the bottom and work my way up, in the hopes that I might have some of the wood above fall down and not be hit by my next bird. Even with all the strategy, I still ended up collecting 36,150 points. Level 19 is another Superman wannabe, and I basically just chucked birds at it until I killed the pig and then skipped it again for a final score of 18,020 points. Level 20 might have taken the longest out of any of the levels. Even though there are only 2 pigs, there's so much wood on top of them that it gives out so many points. I went through several different strategies, but eventually landed on the best one. I got rid of 3 birds and then used the last 2 to tunnel through this area and kill the 2 pigs in the bottom, only gaining 19,830 points. Now we're on to the final level, which is an absolute doozy and the highest amount of points I've earned on a level. Because of the sheer amount of material on top of these pigs, I got so many points every single attempt. My general strategy to avoid points was to take out the outer pigs with my first couple of birds and then dive bomb the last one. For the life of me, I cannot figure out how to improve this, so I sadly have to add 54,190 points to the leaderboard. This final edition caused us to finish with a grand total of 517,850 points. That might seem impressive, and it might not, but the final is in quotations. I am absolutely sure that you could shave off points somewhere in this run. So if you want to give your own go at this challenge, then be sure to let me know if you improve on the score. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more from me, then click the video on screen and have a great day.